Hey guys, what's up? This is SXC Joker here, bringing you guys. I said you guys, but anyways, I'm bringing you guys a Vec 9 gameplay, and yeah, so the first match is like 3 minutes long, and I'm like, wow, 3 minutes long, really? And I noticed that zone control only takes 3 minutes, and if you capture, oh wow, the grenade. If you capture like all the zones, takes around 3 minutes, and I was like, wow, really. So I'm just doing ham with that Vec 9 right there. Anyway, so I am really excited to talk about a few things. Like my previous video, I talked about like a bunch of stuff. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna talk about in my next video. I'm gonna be talking about Carlos, how I met him. And a lot of people ask me this question: how did I meet Carlos? And the funniest question is, I didn't meet him. He met me. So, anyways, so first thing first, I made a video like long time ago about SXC Nation, and I said I'm gonna have it up for 1 month, and it was up for 1 month, so I took it down, and it like SXC Nation, like if you be a part of SXC, and like we had janitors, we had a bunch of people like cheerleaders. We had like SXC cheerleaders, SXC janitors, all those funny guys. But they are still on Poweringo, like cheering and all that stuff. But anyways, as you guys see, I'm picking up kills like crazy, and like picking up one, and I think I died right here, but I don't know. Anyways, so after that video I posted, Carlos like saw how like to talk to me, and he went on Paringo and he contacted me and he said only hello, and I was like, oh, okay, hello, and then he didn't reply after that. The next day he replied, saying like a few things, how to get this better. I'm like, oh, it's better device or net. And so he's like, okay. And so after that, we had these awkward conversations, but after a few times, like I talked with him, I kind of started to like that guy. I'm like, man, this guy is pretty sweet. He's pretty cool, and I kind of like him a lot. And then at one time, he goes on ranked matches, and I picked up those 2 feet, awesome kills. Anyways, so I meet him at ranked matches, and I meet him constantly. He throw these stuns, like double stuns, and I die by these stuns, and I get mad. I'm like, oh, really, dude, really? We just met. Oh, you just gotta see third kill right here. Wow, this is just incredible. I'm just picking up kills like crazy feeds. And yeah, this is pretty sweet. It's like picking up kills like crazy. Anyways, so I met the guy. He was really cool. And then like I meet him in rank, he's just throwing stuns and grenades, and I'm like, man, okay, I gotta tell this dude the truth. So I told him that it kind of makes me upset and mad, and it lowers my KDR. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll try not to use stun. And I'm like, okay. And then the next time I meet him in rank, he didn't stun me, and I was like, wow. Some people would be like stunning me, like still stunning me, and he didn't stun me, and I was like, man, this guy, he's getting my respect, and I started to like that dude a lot, and then he was ranked 7th on the leaderboards, and then ranked 6th, and then 5th and 4th, and I started noticing, I'm like, oh man, he's gonna go for the first, and so I invited him to SXC, and I know his skills, and the members didn't know his skills, and so when they played him, they were like, oh my god, he is a monster, like I do not want to play against him. And especially like a few members were like, oh, this guy is like a beast, and oh yeah, but yeah, he was just a beast. This is the second round. This is battle alert. I kind of wanted to do alert matches for my this video, and oh, where are you going? My aim is just super off. Wow. Anyways, oh, here he goes, bam. Anyways, my members were like crazy, like, wow, this guy, Carlos, is a beast, and yeah, he's awesome. Like, we had a scrim, like, against a clan, and he broke their tactics, like, he destroyed their tactics. Like, they were going ham at first, but he just got around it and just destroyed their tactics. Like, man, this guy is a beast. And so after that, like I respect Carlos. He's loyal. You can trust him. And I trusted him. Like, I trust him so much. I even let him be the co-leader of SXC, and every time I go on Paringo, he's the first one to say hello. How are you doing, boss? And I'm like, oh, dude, hi. How are you doing, man? I'm doing good. And he's the guy. He's just awesome, dude. And I just respect that dude so much. Like I'm like, what, I'm gonna make a video about you. And he's like, you should make a video about me. And I made a video because he asked me and I asked him, and so, he's awesome, dude. He's just super cool. A lot of people ask me, how do I contact Carlos? And usually the people that ask me how to contact Carlos, they're like basically clan. They're trying to steal members from the clan, and I sometimes like point them. I'm like, sometimes if I notice he's trying to steal my members, and he's been doing like a person been doing it in the past, and he's trying to backstab me. He's trying to backstab me. No, no, go back. All right. So some people try to do it before in the past, but like my members like, dude, this guy's inviting me to his clan. I'm like, all right, fine. Next time, like try to keep you private, but anyways, sometimes people ask me, how do I contact him? I'm like, well, he's on Twitter, Paringo. They're like, oh, he is on Paringo. Okay, cool. The next thing, I never hear from them again. I'm like, okay, where is this dude? And so sometimes, Carlos tells me that people invite him all the time, but and he's loyal. He doesn't leave other clans. He's just in SXC, and I'm like, man, I like this dude. And one time he disappeared. He just left completely, and I was like, where did he go? And we were trying to contact him for 4 days. Like, it was crazy. We were trying to get in touch with him. We couldn't get in touch. Like, we didn't have his number. We didn't have, I think Silent Storm had his email, but Silent Storm is our editor for our SXC. And well, basically, we couldn't get in touch with him. Like, he wouldn't answer his email. He probably never read our email, but he would just disappeared. I'm like, oh no, he left. And before he left, like he told me a few days earlier that like he gave me his account info, and his account is like #1 spot. And I'm like, wow, this guy trusts me with his account, really? And so I gave him my account just to be even or anything. And he's loyal, like I love that dude. And then he left, and I was like, man, he's not gonna come back. So I changed his password because I think few people knew his password, and I changed it, and he came back. And after like a few days after I changed his password, he came back. He's like, hey, how are you, man? I'm like, I'm good. Oh, by the way, I changed your password. And he's like, oh, why did you change it? I'm like, because few people tell me they have your account. And he's like, oh, no, I changed it already. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm going to just change it back. So, like, I sometimes have his back, but I don't know. You guys probably think I was stealing his account. No, I wasn't. I was just, because I got afraid, because few people that he gave account to, I don't trust, because I know these guys before, their history in the past, and like, sometimes, you can't trust, but you sometimes have to trust. So I was in that kind of situation. So anyways, I like that dude. That dude is awesome. I got Bomber, yes. Anyways, so, Carlos is my man. He's going to be the guy that if I leave, he's going to be the guy. He's going to be the guy that's going to be watching my back. But even though he doesn't speak that well with English, he's my bro. Sometimes I understand him. Sometimes I can't, but he's my favorite, out of all the SXCs and iOS players and Androids, he's my favorite. He's gonna be the one that I look up to. He's the guy that I respect the most. Then goes the second guy named Patriot, and man, I love that dude. This guy is my guide. Like if I have problems, I go to that guy. He's the guy. He's an adult and he understands my problem. Would you go to a random person with no experience, or would you go to a guy that has a lot of experience with these problems before in the past, and he knows how to deal with them? I go to that guy, and I'm like, hey, could you help me, man? And he told me the right way to go, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go this way. And he's the guy, the Patriot. He's like the guy, So these are the SXC members, Patriot. When I first met Patriot, I didn't expect it, you know. Like he was like, "Hey, you wanna Skype?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure," you know. And when we Skyped, I fell in love with that dude. Like that guy is awesome. He's like, oh, I tried to tell him, Sharp Tech really, with one shot, no, not with like two shots or something. But hey, you know, I like that dude. You know, Carlos and Patriot are the two guys that I respect. Like I look up to them. They are just awesome people. You know, they're like my guide. You know, like I don't know what else to say, but they are the coolest. You know, out of all SXC. No offense to all the members. I know they're all gonna be like at the end. They're gonna be like watching this video. They're like, I'm gonna go PM Joker. I'm gonna tell him all these mean stuff he didn't mention about me. But honestly, I love you all. You know, all the members. I love you. Um, I just love Carlos and you know Patriot. They're always there for me. You know, when I'm in trouble the most, you know, they are the two guys that come and they pick me up and be like, hey, come on, it's okay. You know, it's okay. We got them. We got them. You know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. As always, like and leave in a comment down below and follow me on my Twitter and all that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. And as always, you know, peace out. Yeah. Follow those two guys on Twitter. They're really cool. And all that stuff. So yeah, bye.